Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jodo Jake. Welcome back to the channel. Now, in a booming market where modern is extremely unaffordable, Mega Evolutions is a $300 booster box. We have special illustration rares just coming out of the gate, incredibly expensive, and we're seeing all of these illustration rares get pumped and dumped and so forth. It can be hard to navigate building out a collection that feels cohesive and not having this scattered collection that feels disconnected. So I put together a list of cards that are quite affordable, that I feel are well priced, that don't have a lot of volatility going on. And I think a lot of these might make sense to pick up. So I thought, what better way to showcase a few great illustration rares, mostly from the Scarlet and Violet era, that would look nice in a binder. Now, don't get me wrong, these aren't going to be your Charizards, your Mews, your Mewtwo's, but these are a lot of cool Pokemon that I don't think get enough appreciation. And I did calculate how much this entire collection would cost if you were to buy them all. And it would be around 800 to 850 for the base set of cards that I'm going to share. But I don't expect anyone to buy all these. These are cards that I just think look cool. And if you decide you want to pick them up, great. And if you do, let me know in the comments what you think and which ones you did pick up. Let me know which ones you think I should add in the next video, because I'm probably going to do this again. So let's just get right into it. So first off, we have Phanpy from Surging Sparks. This card just looks so good. I'm a big Donphan fan. For those that don't know, Donphan fan? Wow. For those that don't know, Donphan is one of my favorite Pokemon. Shout out to Ern. He just gifted me the VS Donphan in a PSA 10 while we were at Card Party. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. We have this Phanpy with the two Donphans in the background during the sunset. Definitely giving me Lion King vibes. Really beautiful card. And then we have the Great Tusk and the Iron Treads, which are the Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet base of Donphan. And you'd be shocked to know the prices on these cards. The Great Tusk is currently only $8, the Iron Treads is $4, and the Phanpy illustration rare is $7. Now, Scarlet and Violet base is getting up there. This set will be 3 years old next March. So it's crazy how time is flying. But for a set that, is as old as it is and having special illustration rares under $10, I think these are instant pickups in my mind. I have both of these in 10s. I have the Phanpy in the binder. At this price, you're looking at around 15, 19 bucks for all of these. I think that's a great price. Next up, we have Clawitzer and Clawitzer. Definitely not a popular Pokemon, don't get me wrong. But I do think that these arts look really nice. We have the Clawitzer from Scarlet and Violet base, and then we have our Clawitzer, which is in our most recent Mega Evolution set, which is only a $4 card. The Clawitzer is only $5. Under 10 bucks for these two cards, you get the entire evolution line. And this Clawitzer illustration, I love the art style. I'm a big fan of it. I would definitely think about picking these up. Next up, we have Riolu from Scarlet and Violet base. I love this card. I'm a big fan of the theme of this card. I think about you leaving your dog at home all day and you come back and they've just destroyed it, or you go open your kid's room and they've just been making a huge mess. Cute card. I love that there's a Lucario poster in the background, like he's training to evolve. I love it. And then next up, we have this ETB promo from Mega Evolutions, the Lucario ETB, and it's Riolu up in this tower of some sort training. I like this card, but it's not my favorite. If I had to pick between one of the two, I would go Riolu. That being said, the Riolu ETB promo is much cheaper. So if you're looking for an affordable option, I would go with the Riolu ETB promo. It's only around 10 to 11 bucks, whereas the Riolu from Scarlet and Violet base is around 27 to 30 bucks. But if you can splurge, I would personally go with the Riolu. And then to pair it with this Lucario V-Star, which is the promo from Crown Zenith. For those that have been watching my channel, you know how I'm a big fan of this card. I've been grading a lot of these. They're currently at PSA in Research and ID. I probably won't see them till next year, so there won't be an update video until those come back, but I'm excited for that. And if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can see that. And if you haven't seen the previous videos on the Lucario V-Star that I did, make sure to check those out after this. I'll make sure to add them in the description. So right now, the Lucario V-Star promo is around 12 bucks. You can probably get it cheaper on eBay, buy them in bulk, maybe as sealed promos. I bought a lot of these when these were really cheap, nowhere near 12 bucks, but even at $12 for a Crown Zenith ETB promo, which is an expensive ETB, it's definitely something to consider picking up. And I think these would look nice in a binder. And if you want to splurge, and I mean splurge, but I would probably vote against this because it's such a new card, you can include the Mega Lucario from our most recent set, which is just, you know, building on top of this evolution line into the Mega while it's fighting Mega Venusaur. And if you want to go even further and crazy, you can get the Mega Venusaur special illustration rare to have the whole scene with all of the Pokemon included. But I don't recommend that. But it would be cool to see in a binder for sure. And then next up, this is an interesting evolution line because it kind of has a splitting variant version of one another. You have Applin, and this illustration rare, I believe, is from Twilight Masquerade. And then you have the Appleton, and then you have its variant, which is Diplin, that evolves into Hydrapple. And the Hydrapple from Destined Rivals is probably the cheapest card here, actually. And then you have the Hydrapple special illustration rare from Stellar Crown. And for a special illustration rare, this card's really affordable. Right now, the Applin's around $6, as well as the Appleton and the Diplin. All three of those are $6 each. And then you have the Hydrapple illustration rare from Destin, which is around $4, $5. And then the Hydrapple special illustration rare is around $22 to $25. I'm a big fan of this Pokemon. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it reminds me of Smeargle a bit. We have Shroodle and we have Grafaiai. The Shroodle is from our most recent set, Mega Evolutions. I love that it's just doodling like chalk on the ground. Really cute card. I have a few of these in the binder. And then Grafaiai is from, I believe, Paldea Evolved. I love the colors on this card. The strokes remind me a lot of what we're seeing in the Mega sets with all of those like Mega Attack cards with like the different colors and gradients. This is a really affordable pair of cards. It's under $10. The Shroodle's around $3 and the Grafaiai is around $5. Definitely something to consider. I know it's a new Pokemon. Not a lot of people are gonna pick up these cards, but I think they look nice. And then next up, some more Scarlet and Violet base. Scarlet and Violet base has some sleepers, I'm telling you. So we have the ETB promos for both Miraidon and Koraidon. Now these aren't the Pokemon Center ETB promos. If you really want to splurge, those are like $80 a piece right now. So I mean, you have to really consider because you can get all of these for less than that. And then right next to them, you have the Miraidon and Koraidon special illustration rares. These are also from Scarlet and Violet base. Some of my favorite special illustration rares. I think these legendaries look phenomenal. They did really good with these designs. The Miraidon's definitely my favorite of these four. That card right now is only 26, while the Koraidon's only 18. And then the two ETB promos are around $6 a piece. So all in, you're looking like a little over $50, $60. But I mean, if you wanted to just pick up two, I would probably go with the special illustration rares, still under $50. And I think they look really nice next to one another. Next up, speaking of looking nice next to one another, these cards just pair so nicely. They complement the warm colors between each of them. You have Vulpix, which is all of these oranges and warm tones. It's Vulpix sitting in this cabin next to this stove, staying warm, which is ironic because I don't think Vulpix needs to stay warm, but it's a really beautiful setting. It reminds me a lot of the Flareon V from Sword and Shield. And then we have this beautiful Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. Now, this pair is on the more expensive side. I'd say you can probably get the pair for around $50, maybe a little less. If you're buying it online, you might be paying a little bit more, but these would look great in a binder. They would look great graded with one another, like sequentially. I plan to do that at some point. So yeah, definitely a great pair. If you're a Ninetales or Vulpix fan, you have to have both of these. Next up, we have the Tink family. All of these are from Paldea Evolved. Really beautiful colors in these cards. I love it when we're seeing like the evolution line to a special illustration rare. And right now you can get Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton for $12, $18, and $32. That's roughly around like $60, $65, depending on where you're getting it. But really beautiful cards, really well done. And for Paldea Evolved being such an expensive booster box, these cards seem well priced in my opinion. I think any special illustration rare from a set that's over 2 years old, under 40, $50 is a great buy. But I think you should pick and choose if you're going to buy some of these. Different ranges for different people, but great cards nonetheless. I think I have these all just not together in a binder. Definitely need to add the Tinkaton to the binder. I think that would look really cool. These of course have to be added. Added minus. All right, that was cheesy. But anyways, both Plusle and Minun, I'm a big fan of Okacheke. I love the dynamic between these two cards. Minun is my personal favorite. Why he's crying and his trainer's upset, I'm not sure, but Plusle's having a great time. I think these look really cool. I need to get these graded. I have them in the binder. These cards are just hard to grade. Paradox didn't have the best quality. You can pick them both up. These are also around 50 bucks for the two, around $25 a piece. Great Pokemon from Gen 3. Definitely the Pikachu-esque Pichu vibes going on here. Next up, we have Snorunt and Froslass. I think these cards look great next to one another. It would have been nice if we got a Glalie because Snorunt will evolve depending on different things. I believe Snorunt will evolve if you have a Dawnstone and it's female into Froslass, and then I think it just normally evolves into Glalie at a certain level in the game. And Froslass, this illustration rare is quite creepy. I think the lore behind Froslass, from what I remember, is also really creepy. I think that the dynamic here is really funny because you have Snorunt, this cute Pokemon playing in the snow, and then you have its creepy evolution sneaking into someone's house while they're sleeping. It's a funny dynamic. But anyway, Snorunt's around, I believe, 8 bucks, and the Froslass is around $7. Definitely affordable for anyone that wants to add these to a binder. Next up, we have this Rufflet and the two different Braviaries that we received. We got one in, I believe, Surging Sparks and the other in Black Bolt. Both look beautiful in their own right. The Rufflet's a little goofy, but they look nice next to one another. My personal favorite would have to be the Braviary from Black Bolt. I just love how desaturated the entire scene is. It's almost black and white. And then you have these nice tones, this soft muted palette of Braviary in this card. It's very different from the other Braviary in terms of style and saturation and colors, but all three really great cards. Right now, the Rufflet's around 5. The Braviary from Surging Sparks is 5 as well. And then the Braviary from Black Bolt's around 7 bucks. Next up, our favorite trash Pokemon, Trubbish. I'm a big fan of 2 of these cards. So I know it's Trubbish. I mean, come on now. But you got to give these illustrations credit. I believe Kato did this Trubbish on the left. Really, really nice. The way that they painted this glass that Trubbish is holding at the top of this trash mountain is just, I don't know, it's hypnotizing, honestly. And then you see that Trubbish evolve at the top of that trash mountain in this Garbodor illustration rare. I believe this is from Paradox Rift, if I remember correctly. And then we have the Garbodor from White Flare, probably my least favorite. Something that's really cool that interests me about this Pokemon, specifically the Garbodor illustration rare from Paradox, is this illustration reminds me a lot of Ah Real Monsters. If you remember that show from Nickelodeon, definitely could see Garbodor in that world, in that universe. But anyways, yeah, great cards. Trubbish right now is really cheap. It's around 7 bucks. And then the 2 Garbodors are $10 and $14. Next up, we have 2 beautiful illustration rares from Paradox Rift. Now, these are some of my favorite cards in this list, personally, for a few reasons. They're illustrated by the same artist, Sasumo. They're really beautifully well done. Altaria has always been a Pokemon that's been of interest to me. It's got a really cool shiny. And what makes this pair of cards so great is the story that's being told here. We have this Swablu that's kind of like this vagrant bird that's not supposed to be where it is. You know, it's been kind of adopted by all of these Wingull and it's just hanging out with all of them, treated as if it's, you know, one of their own. And then you see it evolve and it's flying over this town with all of these other Wingulls side by side. So it's this same Swablu evolving into the Altaria. And I know it's corny, but I think that this is such a cute and beautiful story. And I think a lot of people can identify with this in one way or another. So great 2 cards. Right now, Swablu is around 12 bucks and the Altaria is a little pricey right now. It's around $45, but still worth picking up. Paradox is getting kind of old. Its release was almost 3 years ago. It's getting up there. Definitely consider picking it up. I think these cards look phenomenal next to one another. Next up, we have Minfu and Mienshao. We have 2 different Mienshaos. 2 of these cards are from White Flare, as they're both, you know, black and white region Pokemon, Gen 5 Pokemon. And then we have this Mienshao, which is my favorite of the 3 from Paradox Rift. Love the tones on that card from Paradox, but all together they look phenomenal. You know, if you wanted to just pick up the pair, I mean, you could go with the Minfu and Mienshao from White Flare because they are connecting to one another. They're looking at each other and it would just look nice paired. But if you want to get all three, I would definitely recommend it. They're all really affordable, around $6 a piece, which is great. Get all three for around 18 bucks. Next up, we have Pawniard. This evolution line just got so much better with Kingambit. Like it's so badass. So we have Pawniard from Black Bolt, and I believe Bisharps as well from Black Bolt. And then we have two Kingambits. One which was a promo in, I believe, was it Shrouded Fable as a collection box. And then we have the Kingambit illustration rare from Scarlet and Violet base. If you wanted to pick these all up, they're all around $6 to $8 a piece, depending on where you're buying them. I think the Bisharp is really cool. I love that they're having this battle scene and you see all these Pawniards looking around over it as they're battling it out. And then the Kingambit from Scarlet and Violet is just a beautiful card with the entire evolution line. Like I said, evolution line cards are something to pay attention to. Next up, we got another creepy Pokemon. We have Wimpod and Golisopod. This Golisopod special illustration rare is so cool. I love that they're both illustrated by the same artist, telling the story of this Wimpod evolving through this creepy abandoned building of some sort. Feels very swampy. It's wet, moist. It's just fitting for this insect Pokemon. Next up, we have Gimmighoul and Gholdengo. These are both from Paradox Rift. There's a lot of Paradox illustration rares and special illustration rares in this list. I just noticed that. Great cards. They connect top down. Really cool to see. You can see Gholdengo at the top of the Gimmighoul illustration rare. And I think this Gholdengo being only 29 bucks seems well priced for a special illustration rare. I know it's a super new Pokemon, probably very hate it or love it when it comes to this Pokemon in general. And then you can also splurge if you wanted to. I added the Gholdengo from Prismatic Evolutions. This one is a fun card. The colors are nice. Those golds and blues really complement one another. That card's around 69 bucks. I would probably just stick to the two from Paradox. They're just way more affordable. Gimmighoul's 13, Gholdengo's around 29. And then last but definitely not least, we have a whole bunch of steel Pokemon. So if you like metal, shiny chrome Pokemon, metal coat Pokemon, this set of cards are for you. We have Scizor, we have Skarmory, and we have Steelix. This Scizor here is from Obsidian Flames, and it's one of my favorite illustration rares. It's the best illustration rare in my opinion from Obsidian Flames. I love this scene of these two Scizors battling it out, and you can tell that they're extremely fast and they just swiped right past one another. It's like this Dragon Ball Z scene where they hit one another and you're not sure who got hit by what, and you're waiting for one of them to fall. Beautiful card, love it. We have Skarmory, and this illustration rare is hands down one of my favorites. I think it just comes down to how this artist was able to create this reflective look of Skarmory, this sense of chrome and how it reflects off the sky and the ground. It's just insane. And the talent that goes into these cards blows my mind. And I believe that this artist, don't quote me, worked with The Legend of Zelda. I think they've done some sort of paintings or work for some of the more recent games. Fact check me, let me know in the comments. And then we have Steelix from Paradox Rift. This is probably the more expensive of the three. Steelix is around 30 bucks from Paradox Rift. But if you want the cheaper and more recent alternative, which is just as great and probably way more mean, you can get this Steelix from Mega Evolutions. I picked up a few copies of this card. So good. I'm a big fan of Steelix. I'm a big fan of all three of these Pokemon. Right now, Scizor is 12, Skarmory's 8, and then the Steelix is 30, and the other Steelix is half that price, around 15 bucks. That's it for this video, y'all. I thought this would be a cool way to show off some cards that are affordable, that would look nice together, not just individual cards, making sure that your collection looks a little bit more cohesive as you're kind of navigating this crazy boom, this crazy market. Let me know in the comments, are there other cards that you're interested in that are affordable, that look nice as a set, as a pair? Let me know. I'm going to do more videos like this in the future. If you want to see that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comments really do mean a lot. Any kind of engagement, really do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think of this list and how I can improve for the next time. And until next time, happy collecting. Peace.